car when you did it? When you guys were going to Chicago, it was like you had Clay and Chris Anich and my dad, or Donnie or somebody.
When I did what?
When you recorded it, put it like a.
Oh, yeah, I've done that a few times. But one time we did it, I think it was me and Clay in the backseat, and Donnie, and maybe Chris Anich.
Yeah, I think so.
Chris would be a funny guest.
Yeah, Chris has been on a couple times.
You know who you should get is Chris Anich and Angie. That would be a funny episode. Have you had Claire on?
No.
Do you want me to tell this story about Claire at the Dicky Bubs? Locking herself out of the dressing room 2 times, getting in a fight with an old man. Being scolded by the guy.
Guys, welcome back to Jacob V Weekly. We want to start like we do every week by reminding you to check out Caddyshack of Hamel, Illinois, CATTYSHACKIL.org. Save a life or 9. We're back with the Hoosierdom crowd from a former episode where we discussed some local, lore and whatnot. And what's a Dicky Bub?
It's like one of those like home and farm stores where you can buy like a tractor.
Oh,
and,
right.
Also, a snazzy T-shirt.
But not to be confused with a Dickie Lynn. That was my old neighbor.
That's what I thought you were referring to.
No,
is the
Dickie Lynn
former
was an old
neighbor.
But Dicky Bubs is a place.
So
store.
Claire got kicked out of a Dicky Bubs recently?
No, she didn't get kicked out. Yeah, like 2 weeks ago when we met in St. James and we were going to see Aunt Jane. And we went there to kill time between having to check out of our Airbnb and go to Aunt Jane's for lunch. So we walk in and Claire, they have this tub with all these baby chicks in it, and the guy who worked there was getting one out. And Claire like walked up and was like, "Oh, cute," and started petting the chick. And the guy goes, "Uh-huh, I was getting it out for the little boy."
Oh, right. Right. So she didn't.
So it started strong.
She didn't get kicked out, but she did leave in shame.
And then she proceeded to find overalls she wanted to try on. And there was a pair of overalls that looked like the pair of overalls my mom bought me when I was in elementary school. After the movie Commando came out, and Alyssa Milano wore overalls in there, and she thought they were cute. And then I was telling Cindy that, and Cindy said, and then I told her, "Oh, and then you stole them from me and took them when you went backpacking through Europe." And she goes, "Oh, I did." And Angie goes, "What kind of asshole brings overalls backpacking in Europe?" So then Claire goes up to get the key to the dressing room. And this old man without teeth is like hitting on the cashier, who's like 16. And she's like, "I don't know, my boyfriend wouldn't like it." Claire yells at him and is like, "Move on." She's not interested.
Claire might have told me this story herself.
Yeah.
But good for Claire.
And
yeah. I mean, I feel sorry for that guy. He didn't know.
He didn't know what he was walking
audience
into.
holding. Yeah.
Don't feel sorry for him.
No, you're right. But I mean, just in that very specific sense, that he had no idea
What was coming?
what could happen.
Well, then Claire comes back all dramatic. I can't even do this. I can't," and hands Cindy her clothes that she was going to try on. So Cindy hangs them on the rack. We think we're fucking leaving. We're like, "Oh, she caused a scene. We got to go." And then she's like, "This old man with no teeth, wrinkly ass old man was hitting on this girl, and I told him to move along." And the guy comes up to open the dressing room, and she goes, "I'm just sick of old men thinking they can do whatever they want." And that guy was like, "What?" She goes, "Nothing." And he unlocks it, and he goes, "Be careful. If you let it shut, it will lock." She comes out, and she's like, "I don't know if I like these." And she keeps going like this, struggling real high. "I don't know, I think they're too small." And I was like, "Well, do you do this all the time?" 3
times, Kate.
Do you do this all the time?
That's how many times?
That's how many times she locked herself out of the dressing room.
Yeah.
Is that
3?
Is that a Claire thing
Was
to do?
it 3? Because Cindy and I left after the second one. I was like, "I'm fucking out."
It happened one more time.
Yeah.
Rest assured. Don't be fooled.
Who stayed with her, Kathy?
I think...
Kathy had wandered away. She was shopping.
Yeah. Yeah, she was disassociating in another aisle.
Yeah.
And we were walking out, and she goes, "They're abandoning me," loud. And the cashier was like, "Eh." And we just pretended like we didn't know her.
Dickie Bobs didn't know what hit them.
She
I
did
pulled
buy
some-
like 3 pairs of overalls though. So
I think
did?
that generationally, I think I would appreciate your perspective on this specific issue. I pulled a clip. I want you to be able to hear it.
okay.
Exciting things are happening at Burger King.
Welcome to Burger King.
Subject of much debate right now.
What's in the new
What's
chicken
in the new
snack?
chicken wraps?
Mary?
Crispy chicken, fresh lettuce, 3 cheeses, fresh rice and wrapped up in the tasty flour tortilla. Crispy chicken, wrapped up in
The new chicken snack wraps. Come and get it at Burger King.
So people are mad.
Why?
The community is mad that she did that.
That
Who?
she did that? It was a little hard to see from here.
Mary J. Blige.
Oh.
Not just singing, but also in the commercial.
Well, people don't want Mary J. Blige to make money.
Well, that was my first perspective. Is like I would want.
I mean, if she's slinging chicken finger wraps, she ain't rolling in the dough anymore.
What's to be upset? Is she too big to do that?
Sorry, I had to turn that echo off. There was an echo being created.
That's why I was super confused, and I didn't know if it was on purpose or not, so I didn't want to say anything.
No, I so appreciate you not saying anything. But it's because I'm doing the screen record because I've noticed on the clips for the show lately that if we're talking about a clip on the screen, I just have to zoom in on the computer screen being captured in the camera behind the cinematic filter, and it looks like shit. Like the Smokey Robinson clip. The part where it's Smokey Robinson talking, it's all weird looking because I didn't want to pull the separately. So I'm just screen recording behind me here. We're constantly developing
Right.
on the show.
Which I love.
Let's take that last segment again. We were talking about Claire not getting kicked out of Dickie Bob's, but we wish they had kicked her out before it got as bad as it got.
Yeah. They would have done everybody a favor.
Yeah, they
But
would have.
then they would have lost a sale.
So here's what's happening. We just listened to Mary J. Blige doing a jingle in a commercial for Burger King. Now here's the thing. Historically, Burger King pays good money for this kind of stuff. Like I remember the band that did Melt With You was not popular anymore.
Soft sell.
Exactly. And then Burger King said, what if we give you like hundreds of thousands of dollars to use your song over and over again in commercials because the cheese melts on the burger? And they said, well, we're not literally doing anything else, so that sounds good. And nobody was mad at them. Maybe somebody
also,
was.
It's soft sell with a C, like CLL.
Great. Great. That's the part I was worried about. But that's the immediate example I thought of. Is like, I think the fans of Mary J. Blige, they're upset. I think they feel like it's beneath her to sing about a tortilla.
I mean, they're gonna pay me for it. I mean,
And I don't think you can judge what anybody does.
Because
well, and that's
like-
just like, well, it's like the thing of how actors used to always do commercials in like Japan or abroad, like George Clooney and Brad Pitt.
because then their primary audience isn't seeing it, but they can get paid
they didn't want to
still.
damage
Yeah.
their brand here. But now more and more of them do them here.
Yeah. Ben Affleck is doing Dunkin' Donuts.
Well,
Well, I mean,
That's
yeah, but
enough.
you know, come on.
But, I mean, you would think, I mean, that's a similar thing, right? Like,
No.
would it make sense for me to be mad at Ben Affleck for doing Dunkin' Donuts?
No, because Ben Affleck's brand's been on the decline for,
Yeah, you can only get back with J-Lo so many times.
yeah.
so I guess you could use Matt Damon, but I don't think we'd be mad at him.
No, remember
We'd be
Matt
worried
Damon
about
did the
him.
Crypto.com ads?
Who did?
Matt Damon.
I haven't seen a commercial in years.
Yeah, but it was huge. It was like during the Super Bowl one year. It was like Crypto.com. It was that seems beneath Matt Damon.
Yeah, and the Super Bowl's different though too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't just run it then. It kept running for months after that.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get the anger at that. In this economy,
That's exactly what I'm saying. I wish somebody would give me some money to talk about
Right.
something. I'd have this whole wall full of whatever. What do you need? What do you got? Who sells things? Lion's Choice is my target still.
Is it?
Yeah,
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, I mean, it's local. So, okay, Mary J. Blige gets a pass from us. I pulled some, this is from your era, 1986 St. Louis local television commercials.
Ooh.
I'm hoping...
Two bitches on a flying carpet.
I'm hoping these ring a bell. I don't know if this was before Becky or not.
Channel 11 Super Movies will continue in a moment.
When your baby's still a baby, come to Toy Chest. When your small kids grow to tall kids, come to Toy Chest.
I have no recollection of that at all.
Toy Chest
Oh,
is
God.
the dolls kids dream about for less. Calico's lovable cabbage
Oh, they had
patch
my
kits
buddy.
just $14.97 after rebate. Galoop's real talking baby talk just $64.99.
Wow, that was expensive.
That's
Damn.
1986?
$64.99.
$64.99
What is
at
that
the Toy
adjusted
Chest
for inflation?
for the Galloop. That's like a $500 doll,
Right.
right?
That's crazy.
$65. I could get a studio apartment at Grand and Gravois in 1986 for $65. Right?
Exactly.
Good. Okay, so I'm not crazy.
More dolls for less at Toy Chest.
So they had 3 locations locally. Let me go back to that. There were toy chests in
Was that it?
Get more dolls for less at Toy Chest.
Chesterfield, Bridgeton, Fairview Heights, South County, and Alton. So you guys wouldn't have gone to Toy
No,
Chest.
but I'd never heard of that before in my life.
Yeah.
No, but South County was probably in the mall.
it was probably the toy store in the mall in the 80s.
That would have been KB.
It was KB. South County Mall had Crestwood had a KB.
That was the mall toy store.
Yeah,
KB.
it was KB. Okay, next.
M-I-C-K-E-Y.
This is a nightmare. This one sucks. I watched these
Many of
today.
you are members of that famous club. Now you have children who are fans of Mickey. That's why Shop and Save is proud to bring
Oh,
you the
God.
wonderful
What?
world of Disney. We believe in family viewing, and we hope you enjoy these Saturday evenings. Shop and Save is also...
They were sponsoring the movie night on the channel.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I was like, Schnucks had movie rental. Shop and Save did.
No, Shop and Save did have movie rental. I still have their copy of $1 Million Baby.
They did. Which one?
We went to the one in Kirkwood all the time. The Shop and
Oh,
Save.
because she was fancy.
Yeah, that one had the movie rental. I bet you the Shop and Save Maplewood did.
Shop
The
and
Shop and
Save
Save
in the-
Maplewood did not.
Shop
ever.
and Save in the hole doesn't. Didn't
You and your family the finest foods, produce, and meats at savings up to 20% every day. Shop and Save. Why? Because we like you.
So this TV channel was showing a Disney movie, and Shop and Save bought an ad, and so they did a Disney Shop and Save ad.
I'm shocked Disney allowed that to happen.
They might not have, because I don't know. I don't know if he ever even said his full name, but they were sponsoring the Disney,
Yeah.
the license for the Disney on the channel,
Yeah. Huh.
locally.
remember
But who
that.
was that guy? Was that the Shop and Save guy?
I don't know.
You don't know that guy?
Movies to Go is your Christmas marketplace for video gifts this year. CBS Fox's 5-star collection is just $29.95, $27.95 after $2 manufacturer's rebate. George C. Scott is Patton, Julie Andrews in The Sound of Music.
This sounds like crazy money for a VHS tape in 1986.
They were crazy expensive.
They were expensive when they were
Yeah.
new.
Yes. And like Movies to Go was what Blockbuster bought here.
So Movies to Go was like a regional franchise, and then Blockbuster sucked them all up.
Yeah.
Like that.
But like those rental copies, when those first came out, would be like $100.
The copies themselves.
Barbara
Yeah.
Streisand
Like
in
the-
Hello
but he
Dolly.
bought 'em for
Rex
rental,
Harrison in
like-
My Fair Lady. And
But
Bo
yeah,
Dietl
they were
in
crazy
Casablanca,
expensive.
just $27.95 after rebate. It's CBS Fox's 5-star collection at Movies to Go, your marketplace for video gifts.
Yeah, there was one on
Stan Musial
Chippewa.
with important healthcare
Look at
needs for
him.
those 65 and over.
Who's that?
Right, Stan
Old
Musial.
Stan qualifies for Medicare,
Did he play
and you know what I just found
baseball?
out? That Medicare covers only half the cost of health care.
There's a statue.
Blue Cross Blue Shield offers 5 affordable programs to supplement Medicare.
This is also crazy to me, is that we've been doing Medicare supplement ads since 1986. I thought it was just part of the hellscape we lived in now. I didn't realize you guys
We were like 9 in 1986, though.
Do you want to jump ahead? I got 1988 also. Say the magic word.
I mean, also we like would go out to lunch regularly alone when we were
Oh, I
nine.
love this one. This guy is so aggressive.
The St. Louis Post-Dispatch.
Not this one.
Now through Monday, I'm
Oh, I
giving
hate
away
him.
$372,000 in discounts on 380 brand new Chevy cars and trucks, 100 of which are indoors out of the weather. This makes 2.9 look like peanuts. Buy it Don Brown, buy any way you can.
It makes it look
No money
like
down,
what?
100 or
Peanuts.
1,000 down, 100
Did not
or
sound like
500
peanuts.
a month or pay cash. We've got 372,000 to work with. But please, only one to a family. Every car has a big discount price tag for this now through Monday one-time shot sale at Don Brown.
When dealing with your finances, you need to play your cards right. The 1986 tax law change will not affect your 1986 IRA. Income earners may still...
All right, I get it.
IRA.
Yeah.
Wait, Grin and Chippewa for a Don Brown?
Yeah.
Grand.
That would have been where the McDonald's was.
Or that intersection.
Or the National.
In the National, and Nettie's,
Mm-hmm.
and then what's across from McDonald's? A bank. Wasn't
The
that First
bank.
Bank? I think it was First Bank.
Oh, what else? More toy chest.
Where would there have been enough space for that?
I don't know.
My cataract surgery? Sure, I could have gone to a hospital, but why? At the Cataract Surgery
Just did it
Center
at
in
home?
St. Louis, everything was specialized for me.
I did it
They
in
picked
the
me up
Buick.
and got me home in hours. And in between, two doctors, Koenig and Gulchman, restored my sight. And unlike
I can't
the
believe these are the
hospital,
commercials you
Medicare paid
chose.
100% of all of the doctor's fees.
It's a
I
compilation.
didn't need any secondary insurance. So who needs a big hospital? Call the Cataract Surgery Center of St. Louis. You'll see clearly again.
I have no thoughts on that.
About your hard-earned money.
It's that guy
Shop
again.
and Save has
why is
lower
he
prices
shouting?
every day, lower than Schnucks, Deerbergs, and National. Yet Shop and Save has the same fresh produce, fresh fish, bakery goods, USDA choice beef, plus over 15,000 items that are priced lower day in, day out. Come to Shop and Save, because the more you shop, the more you save.
The more you shop, the more you save every day. At Shop and Save.
Wait, that saxophone was hot.
Saxophone was big.
We're here at the National Space Satellite Dish, where for 3 days in a row...
Let's see if these are marked.
The TV shows and sitcom theme songs from the 80s had saxophones for days for no reason, just going hard.
That's true.
This is more like it. 1991. Were you guys online by 91 in your brains?
It's hard to say, Jake. There we go.
Hi, I'm
Okay,
Becky
I was
from
waiting for
Carpet,
them.
and I'm Wanda, Princess of Tile. At our stores, you'll ride high on our low prices and great selection. We decorate
Well,
any
that was
9 by
before
12
Becky got the
room with
divorce
plush
and the gastric
stain-resistant
bypass
carpet tile
surgery.
for only $19. Yes, $19. Incredible but true. Carpet a 9 by 12 room for $19. We've been in the carpet business for over 40 years. And
This
we've
isn't
learned
one
to
of their
fly
best
over the
commercials.
competition.
This is cutting
So stop
edge.
by our Collinsville store or at our Hazelwood store for
flying
high style
effects.
and low prices.
Special effects, cutting edge special effects.
Yeah, I mean, it was huge. You know, my great-grandfather built the arch.
Yeah, you told us last time we were on.
Yeah, I just had to make sure that the audience knows. 94. So we're talking 3 years of green screen technology in progress. Let's see what happens. Jump again.
Not much.
I don't know why I need all that. I don't need to know who made it. Is that guy still trying to
Wanda, pick me up. I'm going to jump again.
Oh, yeah, this one's
Don't do
worse.
it. You're not going to make it this time.
Here goes.
I sure hope that dress has a lot of padding.
Save on 3 rooms of carpet for only $399.
See, they try to be
40
funny.
square yards of stain-resistant carpet installed with half-inch pad for only $399. So for rich man's carpet at a working man's price, visit Carpet and Tile Bargains in Hazelwood
Veterans Carpet in Collinsville.
and Rothman's Carpet Outlet in Fairview Heights.
But what do you think the deal was between them?
Between Wanda and Becky?
Yeah.
I think she sold the tile and she sold the carpet.
Is that a euphemism for their pubic hair?
Yeah, I think one of them smooth. Alopecia. Wanda had a wig. That was a wig. On Wanda. So my thing that I think I noticed that's so different is like ads had to at one time play concurrently and involuntarily, and so if you really wanted to not miss a part of something, you had to just sit through them all, and it was a discipline or just an experience that is so different now. Like my thing is, I was talking about this at trivia last night. There was a movie when I was a kid. It was with Anna Paquin. And
Fly Away Home?
Yeah, but it had like 2 or 3 different names before it finally came out. And so there were ads on a VHS tape that I had for that movie with its original name. And then, but then by the time that movie actually came out, it had a different name. They changed the name.
Oh.
But it was kind of immortalized in the compulsory previews on the VHS tape in a way that wouldn't be now. Now, if I change the name of my movie, all of my content about that movie, I could update that immediately online or whatever. I could take down all the old TikToks or whatever, but it was different. Did you guys have VHS tapes you played over and over again? Like I watched my copy of Die Hard like 90,000
Well, when I was little and I would tape music videos.
Right.
From like before we had MTV.
Right.
Of like Friday night videos. And what was the Saturday night one called?
I don't remember that one.
Saturday night too. But I would edit out the commercials. So I would stop recording and then start recording.
Yeah.
I was a professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5-year-old music video recorder.
That makes sense. But we had my mom's good friend, the Cronins, they lived up the street. They had cable before we did, and they taped all the movies. And my little brother Joe was babysat by Mrs. Cronin. And we would have him run up there, almost as if it was our personal movie store. But they would get like 2 or 3 movies on one VHS.
Yeah, you could get more than one movie on there, yeah.
Yeah, so like if you wanted like Back to the Future, you would also have to have the Time Bandits and something else.
Yeah, because they would be grouped like by like genre like that.
No, there was no rhyme or reason on theirs.
Oh,
Just,
okay.
Whatever.
Because that would be cool if
Yeah.
it was like, so this one, it had 6 hours on it, so it's all of the Titanic, but then I squeezed in Jungle Book 2.
I don't think it was like that, but that would be cool.
Yeah, I didn't have that much planning. It was just you wrote whatever 3 movies were on there.
And then hope that it was, like, you would be so excited to watch the movie for the 90th time, and then somebody had taped over it with, like, a baseball game.
Right.
Or, like, your dad was really excited to watch the last leg of the Tour de France, and you taped kid video over it.
Ooh.
Before he watched it. Because that was the thing, too, that...
But also, in my defense, why was he in my realm?
Right.
Like, those are my tapes. You have to ask me.
That is kind of crazy. I mean, I don't know, was culturally, like nowadays, or at any point really in my lifetime, if I found somebody's unlabeled cassette tape, I'm not going to tamper with it.
Right.
Right? But had that been established yet in our lexicon as a culture, do you think that... Do you think he thought twice about it? Do you think he just said, this is my fucking tape, I need a tape?
Yeah, he didn't label it. I thought it was empty. I think. I don't know. I probably didn't I was like 6. I don't know. But
Yeah, he probably didn't think Kristen even knew how to do that.
I've been doing it for
years.
So
it's like a double-edged sword because he's mad at you for taping over the Tour de France, but you're mad at him because he taped the Tour de France on your tape that you were saving space on for your music videos.
And again, were these betas?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were betas. That's why you guys couldn't share stuff. We talked about this last time.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
I didn't know any other beta.
Amazing. Okay.
I mean, obviously, we had to eventually go to VHS.
Facts.
Interesting perspective.
Who did he fight that wasn't a Dolphin?
What you mean that wasn't?
This is you right here.
Batman?
Sidney Poitier in '94. Who didn't he fight that wasn't a Dolphin?
The Riddler?
Dope.
The Riddler wasn't on dope.
He's a dope fiend.
Get the fuck.
That's a dope fiend line. He had on a green suit. It was Jim Carrey. Dope fiend.
Two-Face wasn't a dope fiend.
For sure was a dope fiend. He fell in the acid, bro. That's called MDMA. Dope fiend. Keep going.
Raja Gould.
Raja Gould for sure, dope fiend.
How you figure?
Because he was a white man who said his name was Raja Gould. That's dope fiend. Penguin, dope fiend. Joker, super dope fiend.
The argument here is that Batman was brutally and savagely beating very sick people who were suffering from addiction.
I don't know what the distinction is because it was clear that they all were having mental illness issues.
Yeah,
and then they all went to an asylum.
Even better. That's the thing. None of them even got like a fair trial or anything. They all just got locked up in the nut house because this was set before Reagan closed them all.
The hang time on that.
On what?
This vape.
Oh, did I fog you out? Who's vaping?
It's aggressive.
Is it one of you or is it me?
It's not me. I smoke real cigarettes.
I'm smoking weed. Is it for me?
Yes. I don't even. Can you see us?
I can see you. I can see you good. It gets like that down here with these lights. These lights are new. I got these on Amazon. Because like in other franchises, like everyone has superpowers, so it's like there's a super villain, so you got to take that guy out. Especially in the more realistic depictions of Batman, though. Oh, this is actually what I wanted to. This is so much better. Batman 19. I'm sorry. I didn't know that was going to happen. I got circulation happening.
They call it jazz music. It is the lowest of the low.
That's not really the one I wanted.
So Omar bin gave me the Batman, which is the...
No.
And transplanted bodily to America and known as Little Tokyo. Since a wise government rounded up the shifty-eyed Jap.
What the hell, 1943?
So there's a Batman movie I've been finding clips of from 1943 where they say, quote, Japs all the time.
Oh.
It's like a propaganda Batman movie. Like these Japanese terrorists, I guess, kidnap Batman, and they say that constantly. But I've been celebrating Batman my whole life, trying to overcome the trauma of him being invited secretly to my birthday party when I was a kid.
And having that weird mustache.
He had a mustache. My mom gave you her last $125, and you're going to show up with a mustache?
Yeah. So one year for Charlie, my son was so into superheroes, and my two brothers dressed up as Batman and Robin and came. And I didn't know they were going to do that. That was really sweet.
But he liked that.
Oh, he loved it.
Because they weren't taking creative license with the costume.
No.
They weren't rocking mustaches that aren't canon.
Well, that guy was like, I really want this $100, but this took me so long to grow out.
I wish I had the vocabulary at the time.
He was like a gay stripper. So
that's what I'm saying. It's like why your brothers would even, the fact that your brothers would even be fit enough at any given moment to spontaneously dress up as Batman and Robin is a little gay. What, you're just so in shape that you could just slip into a Batman costume on a whim?
Well, I mean, it wasn't a 4-year-old's costume. It was an adult.
No, right. But I don't care. There's no ready-made costume that I could just slip into.
Right.
Mike could, but it would just like drape off of him.
Yeah. It would look like Mike got in Daddy's closet. It would literally look like young Robin, fresh out of the circus, tried to go out as Batman himself. And it's like
Captain America before they gave him all the drugs.
Yeah, it's like you put the Captain America suit on Chris Evans before you juice him. You know what I mean?
Jake, I didn't know you were into Batman when you were little.
I've always loved Batman, but we had a traumatic experience where my mom hired a guy out of the newspaper to dress up as Batman and show up to my birthday party, but I got upset because he had a mustache, and I got scared, and I ran and I hid.
In a tent. He had a tent in his room with his little...
And I kept screaming I didn't want any special guests.
I hate
at my
special
party.
guests. Because she kept saying, we're going to have a special guest. And he kept going, I hate special guests.
Because I knew it wasn't Batman. And
Clay goes, Batman don't have a mustache.
Yeah. Yeah. And so he took pictures with all the ladies that were there, and then they let him go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was a stripper.
Wow.
But he had a mustache. I think he thought it was supposed to be like that. Like it was maybe he was because he seemed a little older.
Well, that
so
could have gone.
Maybe he
a lot
was
of
just
different
like he was still working because this would have been like 94, 95. And so perhaps he was a hangover from like the Tom Selleck days. He was still doing the costume biz back when he was a stripper, when the strippers had the mustaches, which would have been at least 10 years previously.
Yeah, and if he didn't have kids, he probably didn't realize that's like you have to have the full like
He was
you can't
definitely an
have a
older
mustache.
guy because he still had an ad in a newspaper.
Yeah.
Like I know it was pre-internet, but you're the newspaper Batman on Thelozin.
And your mom called it. That's the other part.
Well, that apartment was all about phone numbers. That's the same apartment that I called Pizza Hut from. Yeah, you're good. It's straight ahead when you get out that door.
I know. So, you called Pizza Hut from this
Yeah, because
apartment.
Pizza Hut used to give you a magnet with their phone number on it. And we had it on the fridge.
Yeah.
And I had watched my mom a dozen times order Pizza Hut with that magnet, with that phone.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that apartment was all about phone numbers because on that phone was also the green, sticky poison control line.
Yeah.
Phone number.
Mhm.
You remember those? The
Oh, yeah.
circular stickers? And I don't know if we got those before or after Clay maced us. You remember that?
No.
You don't remember this?
No.
We talked about it on the show before, but Joe had given Mom pepper spray for when she took out the garbage because we lived on Thelozin and there was an alley, and just if she took the garbage out, he wanted her to have a fighting chance of getting back in the house.
Yeah.
Not that weird. I go fully loaded to the teeth when I go out to the dumpster out here. I cleared the whole alley. I have to sweep the whole thing. Check your corners. You know what I mean? Oswald usually has my 6. But Clay thought it was a flashlight, and he got it out of the cabinet.
No.
And he hit me from like me to you, like across the hallway. He was in the doorway to the kitchen, and I was in the bedroom, and he hit me past the bathroom and right in the ear. And then, but then because it had gone off in the house, eventually it kind of spread onto everybody. And so she had to drive us to the emergency room, having herself been exposed to the pepper spray. And then Elaine met us at the emergency room, but she said, I can't stay. I got to go. I have Rod Stewart tickets. And the whole time we're in the ER, I'm cussing and screaming and kicking at everybody.
What was
when
it?
Clay maced us. Which is why I think we had the poison control hotline. Yucky face stickers. In the same kitchen where we had all the Pizza Hut magnets.
So you were cussing and screaming.
And kicking at everybody, and I kept telling the nurses and stuff that I told her not to have that. She shouldn't have that.
And you couldn't have told. Oh, the mace. I thought you meant to say I told her to have Clay.
I did too.
I also said that. I would have.
You didn't talk when he was born.
No, that's the thing. I didn't have a chance.
But Mom did really enjoy that Rod Stewart.
It was a great show. I mean, and she wasn't even 50 yet. I don't think.
Yeah, she said it was a great show. She loved it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. When they were born, when I was born, they were like 43 or 40.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was in 8th grade when he was born.
Mm-hmm. She was 13,
Wow.
14.
Yeah, it's just crazy though.
She only smoked like half a pack a day back then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you couldn't at school.
You couldn't. At junior high, there was nowhere to go.
I didn't start smoking until freshman year of high school.
Because there was nowhere to go. Where's she going to go?
We didn't have smoke. You had to walk 250 feet away.
But you could go out and smoke.
No, not during school.
Like during a friend of mine.
I mean,
who's
they were.
my
What
age-
you're asking is, were they sanctioned to? Were they allowed to? No.
Yeah, were you allowed
No,
to?
they
No.
weren't supposed to. But I'm sure they did.
But like at Lindbergh, we went to Lindbergh High School to do I think like a speech league thing or something. And they still had a smoking section.
Yeah, I was gonna
Remember.
say it. I have a friend who graduated Webster, and she said they did.
Yeah.
In like their courtyard, which is just so wild.
When Dad went to Lindbergh, they had one.
Yeah.
I think it was for seniors only or whatever. But he told me that some guy he knew would sell cigarettes, but then somebody stabbed him over them. This was a time I had just got done smoking weed in the backyard with this guy Zach and Jeff, and I was like in a freshman in high school maybe. And for some reason, my mom had like a sneaking suspicion that I was up to something, and so she sent my dad over to sit us down and talk to us about like drugs and stuff. And it was awful.
Were you scared straight?
Well, I've never done cocaine because of that conversation. He told me his buddy's heart exploded, which
that's what they all say.
But listen,
that's what the dare cop said when she came to school.
The dare cop never told us that.
She said that the boy smoked crack at Roosevelt and he was freshman.
I don't
and
remember
his heart exploded.
Somebody coming to St. Pius and talking to us.
I do because I remember her saying, "You know what else drugs can really hurt? Your feelings." And we were like, "Your feelings, like your feelings, your feelings." I don't see the correlation. We could not figure out.
Are you saying fillings or feelings?
And then she said feelings, and we were like, "Oh." And then like she said, like it'll make you sad. And we were like, "Oh, feelings." But we all thought she meant our.
Was it 8th grade?
Our teeth.
Were we older?
No, I think it was like 6.
Well, did you guys go to? You guys went to Catholic school the whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the sex education like?
Oh, it was Family Life.
Family Life.
And what's that? Was that like a curriculum?
Yeah.
It was like a little
booklet,
like a little booklet, and I brought it home, and my mom was hanging curtains. So I think you have it. Is 3rd grade too young to have it?
Yeah, it was not 3rd grade because
the earliest would be like 5th grade.
It was like 5th or 6th.
Yeah, earliest is usually 5th grade.
Okay, so then.
Because by the time I got it, that ship had sailed for me.
Well, I remember reading it aloud to Amy. And my mom was like, "Where did you get that?"
Where'd you get that smut?
I was like, "School."
Where'd you get that smut? I'm trying to find Family Life.
Yeah, I don't know. It couldn't have been much of anything because I don't remember it being embarrassing.
No, it must have been pretty minimal.
Yeah.
When we were in 5th grade, I was at public school by then. And the
No, we're cradle Catholics.
Right. No, I know. I'm kind of jealous. But
you weren't meant for that life.
I was not.
Grayson was not meant for that life.
I feel left out, but I also feel like it's better for me. Like
Yeah.
my parents owned property in the zip code I was in at the school I ended up at. They had like a legal mandate to like make sure I got through it.
Did you ever go to Catholic school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Preschool and kindergarten.
Okay, but so you don't really have a memory.
I tell
of it?
everybody I got kicked out of St. Mary Magdalene after kindergarten. Because it was after. They let me finish.
They recommended he not.
They let me finish
They
the year.
did?
But it was just like what happened a couple years later with the Cub Scouts. They recommended I try literally anything else.
They did the same thing to Gray, though. Like, well, they didn't say he can't come back, but we were moving. And
That's exactly what happened to us. They said, this is a great opportunity for us to tell you.
That you're moving because they'll have what he needs, we don't.
And turns out all he needs is Wi-Fi and the occasional McDonald's.
Yeah. I mean...
He's not a complicated or entitled creature. He's a sweet boy.
But wait a minute. I want to go back to why did they say that about you? What could you have been doing?
Why doesn't she know any of this? Catherine! Were you still at home when I was getting...
Yeah.
Here's the thing I found out as an adult.
He beeped.
That's one of the things.
He would go, "Martha Stewart."
I had like
Some vocal
the kids now call them vocal stems, where it's just like things that you have like the urge to say because of how you're feeling, and I still do it. I still have that. Like,
well, so did your grandfather his entire life.
But here's the thing: in 1995, it was not commonplace to even acknowledge that was a real thing.
Right, but it's not like my dad didn't.
In 95, nobody knew.
Because my grandfather, here's why I wasn't emotionally ready for kindergarten. Because one, I wasn't with my brother; he wasn't even in the building.
Oh.
And two, my life that whole summer before that bullshit was all about we'd go to lunch, we'd watch Judge Judy. We never missed
Cops.
We never missed a new movie at the Crestwood Mall, or that was the spot for a minute there.
Yes.
And then also that whole time we're doing all that, my grandfather, who's my primary role model at this point, is over there going, "Mit's a goddamn bishi," every 5 minutes. And he'll just point at you and go, "Hey, monk. He did that to her. They're 3 hours in to a 9-hour movie. Dead silent. She's surprised he's even awake. He taps her on the shoulder in the middle of this movie and points at her.
iRobot, and he goes, "Hey."
They're in the middle of iRobot. They're trying to figure out, is Will Smith the robot, or what's the deal here? And is it, and he... Monk. And I think that meant the new episode of Monk was going to be on that day.
You don't know why.
I think that's what that meant.
But you didn't know because he would just do it randomly.
Yeah. And so, meanwhile, here's my positive role model all summer, and we're living the high life. And he retired early.
Tism does not run in our family at all.
This is what makes me so mad, because my father, who am I thinking of? My stepdad will stand up in his long johns at 4 a.m. and walk over to the map and explain to my mother the entire strategy behind the Panama Canal and why it's necessary. And he's doing this on a full-size map that he salvaged probably from a school that community no longer needed. And then and he's standing there in his long johns at 4 a.m, hammered drunk, talking about, and see the ships, they used to have to go all the way down here. And then Gene Simmons.
Does Kathy open her eyes? Does she listen?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she can't sleep through shit. She's a very light sleeper.
Okay.
But then, people want to act like autism is new. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
No, but
we didn't know that Tylenol was affecting us that way.
Right.
It's the Tylenol.
Yeah.
It's the
It's
Tylenol.
totally the Tylenol.
They say while you're pregnant, you can snort cocaine off of a toilet seat. Just stay off the Tylenol.
Right.
Jake would also just go to the office when he was in kindergarten and call my mom to chat.
I just wanted to go call everyone on.
She'd be like,
I knew
"Is
everyone's
everything
phone
okay?"
numbers already, because like I said,
He'd be
as
like,
we
"Yeah,
established at the apartment,
I just got out of class. I'm just,
I really liked the phone. I knew everyone's numbers. I didn't need them to look up the numbers.
Oh my gosh, I want to go
I didn't want to
back
be
and
around the
just
other
watch
boys. Like, there was a boy line and a girl line, and I always insisted on being in the girl line because there were only 4 girls and there were like 10 boys, and I didn't want to be in the back of the boy line with them. And several times, I remember the teacher folded and let me be in the girl line, which in 1995 at a Catholic school in kindergarten.
That took everything she had to let you do that.
I can't believe I wore her down like that. I'm kind of proud of myself. The fact that she let that fly at all, because they couldn't hit us anymore. I never got hit at Catholic school. Did you guys get hit much?
Dependent. Sister Janet was abusive.
Yeah, Sister Janet hit me almost daily.
Because my mom got it good.
My mom wrote a note asking Sister Janet to not hit me anymore, and said I didn't get hit at home. I don't think it helped. I think that thought made her think that she needed to hit me more.
Because here's the tone of that note to me in my head. Hey, Janet, we don't hit this one.
Yeah.
We're trying something new with the third one, the fourth one here.
It was like, please don't hit Kristen.
We did. I know. It's been a few years, but the first 3 hit them.
She didn't have them.
Oh, well, okay. That's what's funny though. It's like,
yeah, but totally. But she didn't
that's what
have
you
them,
would
which
expect.
is weird.
It's like they
was
come
like,
up
why
the
do you hate
ranks.
me so specifically?
It's like, we can whoop the shit out of these kids because they get whooped the shit out of at home, and then it's 11 years later, and you're like, hey,
no,
by the way, we're trying something. We're trying an experiment.
Trying a new track.
We're gonna see what happens if we don't hit this one. I'm sorry, we should have sent a note. It should have. We don't have IEPs
Isn't it
yet.
Funny that your kid comes home and says the teacher hits me daily. And you write a note and send it. Like, now you would just be on the doorstep.
Right.
Well, it's totally different, though.
I know.
Remember
but
when
it's funny.
Getting hit and you're okay with it because the schools are
Charlie
segregated.
Kelly's Transformer? He bought his Transformer for show and tell, and someone stole it. Jeffrey Sampson.
Really?
We're Scott done it.
We're deep enough in the episode we can say that.
What?
Do you guys recognize this? Is this the sex ed you guys would have been given?
There was not videos involved that I recall.
There were videos?
There were not.
videos.
There were no videos?
It was a handout.
No.
Written information until high school when it's too little, too late. And so
No, that looks like some
concerned about
Baptist
that
shit.
possibility. And we went to-
Oh, okay. You guys didn't have any of this videography.
Yeah,
Any of
no.
this garbage. This satanic nonsense.
But Kate, we got a class punishment.
That looks
and
like
everyone had to
Stephen Miller.
Stephen Miller, if you had hair. We got a class punishment. Everybody had to bring in like 50 cents or something to pay back for the.
Well, we had to stay after.
We had to
somebody
stay after.
admitted.
No one admitted though.
No, but
They always cave on that. Don't even do it.
Nobody admitted, but our parents.
And then we
were
couldn't
like,
have recess.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to bring 50 cents, and your mom was enraged and wrote a note.
I ain't got 50 cents.
That's why I thought it was crazy that toy chest doll was $65.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
In 1986.
That's expensive in today's.
What's the first thing you remember getting that you
Right,
knew
because
was
like if we all got
$65?
50 cents, that was probably $12.
What's the first thing you remember getting that you knew was at least $60? Mine was Kirby 64. I waited a year to quit believing in Santa Claus because my parents spent $59 on Kirby 64, and I said I'm too old for Santa Claus, but there's no way my parents spent $59 on Kirby 64.
What was Kirby 64?
It was a game from the Nintendo 64, which we had gotten for Christmas the year previous, and then this was a new game for that. But games themselves, the brand new ones were $60.
I got a state-of-the-art boombox with the 2 cassettes.
Yeah.
But there's still no. That was probably like $30.
Yeah,
because Kevin Bergman got the same one.
But even if that
And
was
I had
$49 is a much more accessible price point than $64.99 is
For a doll. I
That's your
did have-
advertised sale price for a baby doll.
I did get an Mrs. Vincenzo did buy me a Cabbage Patch doll.
Well, I thought those were expensive. Those were $14.99.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Those were
$14.99
in 1986.
Are those baby dolls bespoke? What the fuck?
I know. Are they like? It better have bits of real baby, in
right?
Because one of the Toy Chest ads had Cabbage Patch dolls, and they were $14.99.
That's insane.
I thought that was insane for. But I also think isn't this a little bit like were more toys made in America than? I'm fine. Let me take that again. Weren't more
God,
toys?
You can still tell me like I'm my dad all the time.
I was raised by your parents.
No.
That's okay. My parents had to go, earn money because they both had to pay their own mortgage.
I lost my
such a sweet story about your kindergarten.
I can't believe you didn't know that. You never talk about me. You never tell your friend Kate about me. You always talk about your own children.
We were not old enough to care about what you were doing day to day. Like we were.
Actually, when we were in high school, though, because we went to different high schools.
Oh, that's right.
So we did not talk very often when we were in high school.
Yeah,
and that's when she really had to put up with the bullshit.
And actually, you should blame Cindy probably because I was at David's working with Cindy at the time. Was your mom working at David's?
For a minute, at least.
Yeah, that'd be after what he was. But what here he was talking about, we would have been seniors in high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And what was the story with that Mustang your mom had then?
What about?
She had that green fox body Mustang.
No.
The convertible?
That was a Mercury Capri.
It was a Capri. It wasn't a Mustang.
No, they had the red Mustang that I got.
The red one was the Mustang.
Yeah, I got that Mustang when
it was a
in high
Mercury Capri.
Yeah.
I gotta pull this up. What year do you think that was?
94?
I don't remember that.
Because I had the Granada.
And a white rag top on it.
I had the Granada, and then I had the Mustang when she got them.
Maybe it was a black rag top on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this bad boy.
Yeah, because
This
I was
was a zippy little doodad.
Yeah, I was at home and still in high school, and I was like, "Oh, cool! You guys got a 2-seater." All right.
Yeah, I was in the back of this.
I was like, their cars just got progressively. It was like, okay, the giant wooden panel station wagon.
They were really protesting.
Escort station wagon.
But then how did they take you?
No, but this is the thing. I had to live through this. They were living in denial for a little bit because she had this. And we were small, so she would just put us in the back of this. Like the seats would fold
But they
up.
were like little jump seats.
Yeah.
Oh, there were?
Well, but then...
But they were just like little fold down. Like
it was tiny. But we were tiny. But we probably should have been in a booster
car
seat.
seat.
Yeah, maybe. I was
But
small enough.
Was that a rule? I don't know if that was.
It was... Nancy Pelosi hadn't quite got her clutches into the regulation yet. You could still kill a child in a Mercury Capri in 1994. But also, when she was driving this...
her just bright red hair and that... And it was when she was... I think that it was before her Granimals era where she was all this magic sets. But she didn't always wear those brightly floral.
But I ended up in the office from kindergarten, leaving class every day. And I found out later as an adult that it was only half-day kindergarten. It was from like 9 to noon, and I couldn't hack it.
Yeah.
And
well,
and this is what she would pick us up in, and we would squeeze. It doesn't even look like you could see back seats back there, but I guarantee you they're there. But then he, at that same time, had a pickup truck. It was like gray or green, maybe.
He had that Green Ranger.
And then it was a
had the
Ranger.
little jump seats
So
in
it
the
had
back.
little jump seats in the back where we had to face inward on each other, and we would bang our heads on this giant clamp that was for the tiny little sailboat windows in the back. And then after that, they got that E-Class van.
And he had a big F-150 for a minute, too, with the double doors.
Yeah, but for a minute, they were living in denial of already being full-time grandparents.
Like, we done with kids.
It's like, what do you
I'm
mean?
sorry, our cars have no back seats. And I was like,
This one's not even...
I'm in high school.
This one's not even old enough to have her GED yet. Now I got these two fucking boys.
Which is why they treated you like two little adults. So you.
Yeah, they were like, listen, where's the casino we went to?
You come to our level. We're not.
Is it
going to your
Tunica?
level.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
they're like, listen, we're retiring.
Wait,
we're
no,
going
they
to
take you
Tunica. If you-
or no, they take you to the Dells, Wisconsin.
both.
You know where they took me? I was in high school when we went on those vacations. They took them, and I stayed home.
But probably by choice.
You had to watch the dogs.
Really?
I had to watch the dogs.
Stop.
She wasn't even invited.
No, I wasn't invited.
She
You
hit
were
school
saying-
and she had to watch the dogs.
Oh my god.
No, I got like 2 trips. One that you went on to the Lake of the Ozarks as a child. They took those mofos all over the place.
We went, because we went to Tunica, Mississippi a couple of times, because I remember we stayed at the same hotel, and the second time someone pooped in the pool, and they had to pump it.
Someone?
No, it had nothing to do with us. The poop
Okay.
was, I found it immediately, because I had a new goggles. That
Kate, did you ever get goggles in your whole entire life?
No.
I had my own brand. Can I say
I
something?
couldn't even think of a $60 gift.
But here's the thing. That's. I never had a $64 baby doll.
No.
I
I did have a
can't
Chatty
actually
Cathy.
say that. I don't know that I did or didn't.
And you would have asked Papa for one. You probably.
Papa would have got me one.
Oh, yeah.
One time he told me a bag of beef jerky was too expensive for my snack that I wanted, and I went
He
ahead.
would buy them full size bags of chips at QT.
Family size bag of
At QT.
Okay,
Lay's.
but guess what? Your 7-Eleven lunch, I was
Okay,
jealous.
that's valid.
That's true.
So don't even.
Valid.
Yeah, that's.
But I wasn't getting full size bags.
But you had lemon heads as dessert, and I was like,
Did you notice your quality of life increase at all as your sister started graduating from school? Around the house, even.
I would say that's hard for me to say.
Because if
of
you're
my
putting 4
age.
girls through Catholic school for 12 years each,
But they all moved out pretty quick when they turned 18, and I'm 11, 9, and 7 years younger, so it was pretty young when they were.
right? But I'm just thinking about did things around the house start to get nicer?
No.
Okay, I was just curious.
I'm sorry. You were at their house, right? Like that's just what it was.
Well, I didn't know. But there was evidence of stuff. Like people had at one point people had lived on the 3rd floor.
At one point, all of us had moved up to the 3rd floor.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, there's no heat and air conditioning up here.
I
We're
was
coming
gonna
back down.
just ask, so there was never any air?
No.
And so that's why we could hang out up there.
When Claire was up there, we would go up there and root through her room, just snooping around, but it was always so hot we ended up having to leave.
And there was in that one room.
Was there electricity up there?
Yeah. But in the one room, there's like a wall that was like a bunch of closet doors. And in one of the closets was a ventriloquist dummy. And I don't know why or where it came from. But
Do you think it came
you
with
just
the
always
house?
knew it was there.
Do you know anything about anyone that lived in that house before you guys?
No. All I know is that it was like, I think it was like an older couple, and then they made it like their kids lived upstairs and they lived downstairs, so we had 2 kitchens.
Oh, is that why they?
So
had
that
two
front
kitchens?
dressing room was like a kitchen.
No, the back room.
Where the laundry room was?
Yeah.
And the
that was a
laundry used to
kitchen.
always be in the basement.
Yeah, the laundry's in the basement. That was a kitchen. And that's how your mom and dad met.
Right.
They changed it into like a TV room, then it was my room. But yeah, it was a kitchen for a long time. Like, we shared bedrooms because we had this random upstairs kitchen that no one used.
Oh, so it was still a kitchen.
Yeah, it had like sink, refrigerator, everything in it.
But I wouldn't remember that because that's how I was conceived. Was because they decided we don't need this weird secret kitchen in the back second floor of our house.
Thank God they thought that, right?
I mean, I don't know.
We're happy he's here, but we don't want to go that far.
But I mean, that's always been my thing that I had to come to terms with in therapy was just like I wouldn't have signed off on all this suffering everyone had to do because all this mix match.
And there was off that kitchen there was an upstairs back porch, like a stairway down, so they could come up. The people who lived upstairs could come up that back stairway.
Oh, they didn't even have to go in the downstairs at all.
House. Yeah,
yeah, that was all pretty rickety by the time I got there.
Yeah, they tore that down
eventually. Yeah.
Because we had like toys and shit out there. I remember going out there and playing with the Kevin and the O'Tooles. We could have died at any second.
Well, that's the thing. It was like 2x4s, like just kind of bolted to a brick building.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I doubt it was up to code.
Did you have a garage? Yeah. Okay.
But didn't it burn down?
That was after I moved out. Somebody did burn it.
It was later.
Yeah.
It was like arson.
Yeah.
But like from a neighborhood.
But it was like a vigilante. I don't know.
A vigilante.
It was probably the people next door that my parents hated.
Was anything in it? Did your dad have a bike in there?
No.
It didn't burn all the way down.
It didn't, yeah.
It didn't burn all the way down. It melted. Is that why she got rid of the Capri? Did it melt the back headlight of the Capri? See, this is my curse. This is what I was telling you about. I scan all these details.
No.
You think I made that up? You think
Might
the Capri was already gone?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. Yes.
I think it was. And I think it was a period in time that he did not have a motorcycle, actually.
And so how did Clay never went to Catholic school?
No, not really.
Because you left after kindergarten.
After kindergarten,
And then-
we went to Afton for a couple of years because my dad's mom lived there.
Okay. And I don't want you to feel bad that you couldn't hack the 9 to 12. I also dropped out of preschool. Because she couldn't make me get up in the mornings and go.
What do you attribute that to?
Late night movies.
I'm a night owl. I've never slept well at night. Mornings were always my enemy. And then, I would fall asleep while she was getting me dressed. And,
you had narcoleptic level of not doing it in the morning.
And when I went to kindergarten and I did half day, my first semester I did second half of the day, afternoons, and then I switched to mornings. And I was like, "Can you please write a note that I have to only do afternoons?" And she was like, "No." And she's like, "Your friends are all switching to mornings." And I was like, "I'll make new friends.
I'll figure it out.
I'm charming. It's fine.
It's fine. I can do it."
Can you remember what I had? Were we together?
Yeah. We were together until they separated us.
In fourth grade. Oh, third grade.
You didn't have Sister Janet.
No. And Mr. Gary.
Yeah. They knew we were too powerful together.
They only gave us 2 years together.
And they would have never put us back together had they not had low enrollment. And,
have you guys heard this one?
My son's 7th grade basketball coach, Coach Cleveland. Hey, how you doing? Yep, it's me. You wouldn't answer my fucking phone calls. You blocked me. I call you from text now. No answer. I'm finna expose you. I'm thinking about expose you, alright? So if you don't return my call, the whole world finna know, even your wife, Michelle Cleveland, that's a fucking library lady downtown. She finna know too. The damn library ain't finna be quiet no more. Alright. To Michelle, I'm finna give you proof to let you know that I done sucked and ate your husband's ass out. Okay? But hold on.
Okay.
Now, back to Coach Cleveland. You promised me that if I sucked and ate your ass, my son would make the basketball team. Now you done blocked me. I'm calling you from text now. No response. My only result is right here. So if you don't respond back to me, the whole world finna know.
I mean,
all right. So Michelle, your husband, to prove to you that I didn't ate your husband's ass, what's tatted on his ass? It says on his ass, "Be patient, bigger things are to come." Boom. Now you know.
That's a lot to have tattooed on your ass.
Within 24 hours. If not, it's going up.
I looked it up. It's kind of like, you know how they do the Bible verse like on the scroll? It's kind of like that. Like it's kind of fine print for what it is, the tattoo.
But I don't think the coach was the one who looked bad in that video.
Well, my thing is, I would
first of all, like, bro, like maybe basketball's not his sport. Has he tried musical theater?
I think maybe he would like, musical theater or like wrestling.
Debate?
What's that thing they do now?
Glee Club?
DECA. It's like the business club, DECA.
Dungeons and Dragons, perchance?
That could be good. He could do.
They have those video games.
He'd
Great
fit
at that.
in like a evangelical group. Like if like meet me at the flagpole.
Esports are really big.
Yeah, esports.
Esports is great.
Why can't play some NBA Fast Breaker?
He could do 2K with the esports team. It's very competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I would have put him on the team. If that was the deal I made with this lady, I would have put him on the team just to avoid this from ever happening.
Well.
What just happened to you?
Wow! She just turned into Edith.
Cut that.
You just turned into
Yeah.
fucking Edith Bunker.
Yeah.
This is,
Archie!
this is Garrett.
Oh! What do you mean she ate his ass? Basketball!
Archie, she ate his ass for basketball.
No, she said.
She didn't put him on the team, Archie.
She sucked and ate it.
I think she sucked
What
his...
does that mean? Never mind. I don't.
What some of the young people are into now that they see on the internet is analingus.
No, I understand that, but what does sucking it mean?
Oh, I think she also maybe
That's
did
how
some
you're gonna get
fellatio.
anal prolapse.
I think it was some fellatio and some analingus.
Oh, well, she. A comma.
No, but here's what I was asking you though earlier:
Yeah.
was any of this covered in family life?
No, I mean no.
None of that was covered in family life at all.
No. And also too because you just said it's new.
Oh yeah,
I don't think it's new. I just think we talked about it.
Well, okay. So can I say something? This happened with me and your mother one time. Clay had. I used to call your mom on the phone like every day when I'd get off work or out of school or whatever.
Me too.
And sometimes I would.
Or if I had a minor inconvenience.
You know what? Can I say this to you? There were multiple occasions where she would click over and say, "Hey, listen, I'm on the other line with Kristen. Can I call you back?"
Really? 'Cause a bunch of times she'd go, "Oh, that's Jake. I gotta go."
Oh, well, fuck. I was hoping you wouldn't think of it. I was hoping that didn't happen. But that one time Clay had pink eye. Could have been from anything. I was on the phone with Elaine. And I said, it's from eating all that ass. Which was not even a common thing to joke about in the culture like it is now. This is 15 years ago. And she said, "Oh, Jacob," which is I had anticipated. But then she said, "He probably does that, but we don't have to talk about it." And I'm like, I had not considered that anyone really did that on purpose. She just next leveled me.
Of course she did.
She spun it around on me.
Well,
she had big feelings about a lot of that stuff.
Yeah,
that started to.
She had a lot of advice. She told me one time that all the sex you see in movies and TV now is fake because
She
it's all.
She felt that to her core.
She felt that so to her core that women acting like on TV that they enjoy like doggy style, I guess.
She goes because she was like, it's all about clitoral stimulation.
She said you have to have. She said you have to have clitoral stimulation to have an orgasm. You have to. So and here's the thing. I didn't bring it up. I didn't want to talk about it. We accidentally clicked past like a scene from like the TV show Archer on FX where there's some intercourse happening. I didn't choose for that to happen on the TV. It happened, and then she immediately gets offended. Like
nobody likes that.
Anytime women act like they enjoy that, that's totally fake for the TV because you gotta have.
What's your reaction when your grandma? Do you just like kind of? Nod and
I almost. That's when I might say something like Martha Stewart, Martha Stewart,
Monk.
Monk. Beep. Beep.
I mean, it was Thanksgiving when I was in high school. I mean, so. Well, I guess it was Thanksgiving. I think I still lived at home. Yeah, because I was talking about this girl who had like this scared straight thing with juvenile, and she went to prison, and they're like, and she was like, and they're like, you can't have hot dogs or cucumbers or anything. And my mom goes, that's so stupid. It's not about that. It's about clitoral stimulation. And my dad had walked into the kitchen, and he just walked straight out the back. He goes, grandfather's in the room. So they were born and just walked straight out the back door.
Yeah, my
And it was
father-in-law was
cold,
like
and
that.
he just walked straight through like a mount. And we were just like...
He was so funny because he
What
would
just
make
happened?
some disgusting or horribly racist joke.
Oh, my God.
But then if you were blowing your nose in the same room, he'd say, I need you to leave.
Yeah.
I need you to leave the room. I need you to go into the
And
bathroom
would
and
say
shut the door
most
and blow your
disgusting,
nose.
offensive stuff to you.
And he'd say, so anyway, this fucking Jap car, you know what I
And
mean?
then be straight picking his nose looking at you while he's doing it.
Yeah, and like picking food out of his teeth from yesterday so that he can get to the hot dogs he brought
Brushing
home
his
for
teeth
today.
with his little pocket toothbrush.
A pocket toothbrush just goes right back in his pocket. You know what? Some of the Filipino guys I work with, I've caught them doing that, though. They brush their teeth after their lunch break. I don't know that it just goes right in their pocket. They seem more prepared. But I don't brush my... I've never thought to pack a toothbrush to brush my teeth after lunch. Do you think I should be doing that?
I mean, I generally try to keep one in my purse. But.
Wait, you do?
I have one of my fanny packs has one. I stayed overnight somewhere, and my host gave me one.
It's a leftover from high school when I would just leave home for days and just have what was in my purse in my car.
But wait, are you brushing 3 times a day?
I mean, no. I'm going to be honest.
2.
Yeah.
Morning and night.
Yeah.
Sometimes 2, sometimes 8.
Especially because,
it
like,
just depends on your
we
day.
don't have horrible teeth, like, genetically. Like,
No.
Like, some people, like, some families we know have... Just everybody's teeth are kind of fucked up. They just genetically are dealt a bad hand with that. So brushing twice a day is probably sufficient. I have maybe 1 filling lifetime.
Wow.
No, but my ADHD does make... I understand that's one of the things I identify with about ADHD is it's a chore.
Really?
It's like a job.
I have to fucking talk myself into it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially now with the baby, it's like I would so much rather, like, seriously, since we had the baby, I shower less. I brush my own teeth less because now I'm brushing her teeth every day before bed. Can you imagine?
That's too many teeth.
And then Keenan's really insistent about her teeth being brushed. Like, it's like not like my teeth. Like, I can't just skip the baby's teeth. The baby has to develop the expectation that her teeth have to be brushed and blah blah blah. And I can't leave the water running because my wife's an environmentalist or something. I can't have a little trickle of water.
Well, we
I seriously
love
want to
that.
replace all of my faucets in my bathroom up there. I feel like I want to do a whole bathroom reimagining because I'm just so sick of, like, you know what I mean, when you live
I
somewhere.
mean, I've been married to Mike over 10 years, and the water drives me in the morning. I'm like, why are you straight running the sink in the bathroom for 15 minutes?
A lot of people do it as a sound barrier.
Did you not ever see the Sesame Street where they don't turn off the faucet in the pond with the
that's
fish in it
Keenan's
drains?
reaction. Keenan's reaction is, I was trained as a child that's bad. And I was too, and I really believed it, like, politically or whatever. However, especially, like, when there's people in the adjacent room, I've noticed that a lot of people like to run water when they're shitting.
Oh, yeah. I think he's just, like, shaving and brushing his teeth and doing all, like...
Maybe he finds it therapeutic.
Yeah.
He should get the Hallow app. He could pray every day with Mark Wahlberg.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh. Record scratch.
On the Hallow app. It's Mark Wahlberg and I think Gwen Stefani.
Oh, God!
Like we were just talking about. And I think...
Yeah, she can straight go fuck herself.
And then that guy that played Jesus on the Hallmark Channel.
Jim Caviezel?
No. The one after him. The one that did it on TV. More recently.
Oh, my God.
You're fine. You're fine.
Is it Hallo?
Hallow. Hallow.
So what happened to Gwen?
Well,
Like,
she's...
Mark Wahlberg
I think
has always
she's
been that
nuts.
Like, legitimately nuts?
Yeah, she's, like, not a normal person. And I think she caught a wave initially that kind of got her to where she was probably, destined or intended to be going anyway. And at the time, bands were hot again, so you want to be a singer, but you don't want to be a diva. Like, you don't want to compete with like a Whitney Houston or a Celine or something.
Yeah.
And so you say, we don't have enough girls in the rock space. It was really just like Courtney Love and like L7 or whatever at the time. And so, she kind of latched on to a project that had been created by dudes. And then kind of...
And she was cute enough. And
and she was the perfect platform for that, because I would have never been interested in No Doubt if it was just 5 more guys from California.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
I'm sorry.
no, he's fine. That's his job, technically. She doesn't even wake up for that.
She doesn't?
No, I'm looking right at her. She's fine. I got her on the camera right here.
That's sweet.
He stands in the bedroom with the door cracked open and like does that through the crack in the door at me.
He just wants you to know you can't come in there and harm his baby.
Yeah.
I really hate that. I really, it feels embarrassing to me, but I've always felt like that. And
what's embarrassing?
The dog barking.
Really?
Yeah, even though, I grew up with that.
Well, yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. Anytime anything happened, there were 4 dogs running and barking. I don't remember them jumping on the glass as much. I remember them just barking.
We had some that
The
did.
Great Danes?
Yeah.
No, the Great Danes didn't
Any of
jump.
them. I mean, the whole herd goes.
Because you didn't have dogs, right? You were talking about
Mom
the
never
other
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Zenobia, she would jump at the glass like that.
I feel like my dad's dogs lived in like a sweatshop. Like when we lived with him, I don't feel like the dog was ever around.
No, our dogs did whatever they wanted at all times.
Yeah,
My mom would make you get off the couch so the dog could lay on it.
The 2 of the Great Danes would come and stand and either sit on you or stare at you until you moved if you were in their
Or they
spot.
stand in front of the TV and she'd be like, move, so he could
The
lay on
last
couch.
Great Dane had his own couch. Like you didn't even want to be near his couch. My mom really doesn't enjoy dogs at all, and so she would sit there to visit. And then all of a sudden, Sam would walk in. She already doesn't like dogs, and he's a big, scary, slobbery dog, and she's in his spot, and she doesn't know that.
I was laying on a couch once with our first one, Milo, on a love seat, and I went to get up, and he jumped up and bit my face. And he got me like this, and his tooth stuck in my nose, and it ripped that little thing between your nostrils open, and I had like a black eye and a big scrape right here, and it bled so bad, and it was bleeding everywhere. No, I mean I didn't get stitched, and I was bleeding everywhere. My mom said, "What'd you do to him?" And I was like, "I went to get off the couch." Well, you must have heard him or scared him. And then she told me to tell him at school I fell off my bike, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's convincing." He almost bit my face off. I could have lost an eyeball. But, we didn't get rid of him.
No.
He would just lose his mind every once in a while. One time they came home and your mom was locked herself in the bathroom. And she was like, "That dog's a psychopath! I've been in the bathroom for 2 hours!"
What dog was it?
Milo.
Yo, Milo was crazy.
Yeah.
I think I still have whip burns.
Yeah.
From his tail.
Yeah. Yeah.
You would, or your mom would answer the door with a wiffle ball bat to keep him in line.
Yeah, I remember that. It's just, sometimes she got a new one at one point, and the wiffle ball bat would come with the ball kind of wrapped up on top, and she just would keep it like that because it was just for whacking dogs with, and having that extra shit up top was kind of helpful until it kind of eventually
added the reach.
Yeah, it increased the reach.
just
Let's
knew
jump
when you went to
ahead
your
in our
house, you
St.
had
Louis
to take
commercials,
the approach.
1996.
It's gonna be 40 below zero.
Stable and sure-footed. Now we're moving
And
in
now
a
we're
slightly
at
different direction. The new Dodge Dakota. It's full of surprises. For Caravan, we invented new ways to stash your stuff. Now we're building more bins and boxes.
Here we go.
And a
Here we
great
go.
new place
Here we
to
go.
go.
Hold on.
The
Don't
new
worry about
Dodge
me.
Dakota.
Coming right up.
Sir, we were a Ford family.
No, I know. I didn't pick that. I promise. That was just before the
With great
Schnucks ad.
savings, like Pilgrim's Pride split chicken breast, just 99 cents a pound.
In
Save
this
even more
economy.
with buy one, get one free
Now
specials.
you can't even get
Like
chicken
all
leg for
varieties
99
of
cents.
ragu pasta sauce. Buy
Yeah,
one
what do
and
we
get one
do?
free. Del Monte ketchup in the 28.
Your mom loved Del Monte ketchup.
Elaine was a Del Monte ketchup.
Seriously?
She preferred Del Monte.
The only person on the face of the earth
Yeah,
who's not Heinz. Del Monte. If you have either you're Heinz or you don't give a shit
Or
about
you
ketchup.
don't like ketchup.
She's the only person that ever
Del
had
Monte.
brand loyalty to Del Monte.
She had huge brand loyalty to Del Monte. Vegetables.
Lifelong ride or die Del Monte.
She bought Del Monte. The fuck everything.
Absolutely.
And you know they're going under. You know why? Because she died.
She's gone.
She was keeping them
She
in
was
business.
the last one.
She was keeping those fuckers in business.
Wow, I wonder if they knew this.
I don't know if I think that's probably why they're still
They
around.
were like,
what's going on with the St. Louis
What's
market?
going on?
They just go, they've been making Del Monte ketchup the same way for 100 years. And then one day they go and they're picking up the ketchup and they go to put it where they put it when it's done. And oh my God, there's no more room for the
They
ketchup.
are just like, what
we are
happened
all
in this?
stopped up on
Because
ketchup.
4 years ago, something really changed in the St. Louis market.
Yeah, we've
never recovered from
it. Turns out there's a whole fucking aqueduct full of this shit down
She
there.
was
They're
just
lousy with it.
Keeping the industry alive.
Wow, I never knew that about her.
Squeeze bottle. Buy one and get one.
And this is just like her too. This burger here, no cheese.
No.
She wanted the beef and no cheese.
To be honest, I do Heinz ketchup. To be honest, though,
You prefer?
I do, but no, I do Heinz, but I do buy Del Monte. But I'll do store brand too.
I think that's her association with
Why are
it.
you
She's like
making
they
that
make
face 'cause it's name
the
brand?
vegetables.
Well, it's because it's dumb. Why? What's the bip? Like peas or whatever. I do the sore and carrots, the baby carrots.
And selected varieties of Lay's and Wavy Lay's potato chips in 14-ounce
No, there's
bags
no
are
point.
buy
I
one,
just
get
do
one
the
free.
store brand.
Schnucks. It's how to shop.
I have name brand
This
money
elderly
now.
couple
Except for now I
lost
don't.
all
'cause
their
it's a
worldly
condo.
possessions
I know.
in a fire. When they came in to see us, they just wanted some money.
The Sports Plus Spotlight is sponsored by your St. Louis quality Ford dealer on both sides of the
A
river.
lot of car commercials.
If you're serious about making your
That's all
best
it
deal
was.
on a new Ford truck, the final days to do it are now. Your quality Ford dealer has to clear out the 96 models to make room for the new. The final days to talk
Here we
really
go.
good savings are now. The final days to talk cash back are now. $1,500 cash back on Ford Windstar. $1,500 on Ford.
My mom had a Ford Windstar.
Aerostar. Papa worked at the factory in Hazelwood when they. Sorry, your grandfather. When they.
That's why I was so afraid that when was it Tim they canceled? That I was like, well, we can't just do the two of us because it's just gonna be Mama and Papa for 3 hours. Just be Mama. Well, Papa said. Well, my Mama said. Mom, Papa, peep, pop, poop, pop, 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 pop.
Aerostar, even 600.
Well,
My first guitar teacher had this
my
exact
dad worked-
Aerostar.
Ranger.
They,
if you're serious about driving America's
switched the
best
factory
sellers, the final
from
days
whatever
to
it was
do are
making to
definitely
the
now.
Aerostar, and it was like a time when it was kind of dicey that they weren't going to get to switch. They weren't going to switch their factory over to the Aerostar, and they were.
Did I ask you guys about this local Mandela effect thing I have in my brain?
What?
In the 90s, on Kings Highway, there was a billboard that would often be rented by a guy whose name I believe was Chuck. And I believe he threw like fundraiser parties around Halloween or New Year's Eve that benefited like handicapped or homeless people or something. And it was like a black billboard with like neon green and pink font. And it was always a party for this guy named Chuck something.
And it was on Kings Highway?
It was, I think there was one on Kings Highway.
And what?
Where's that billboard? Is that Kings Highway in Southwest? Or is there a billboard down Kings Highway by like Courtesy Diner?
So,
it would have been down like Kings Highway in Southwest was where the bank was, Southwest Bank was.
But I'm trying to remember where the
There's not but there wouldn't be a billboard at that intersection.
there's not a billboard. There would have been maybe farther down, closer to the highway.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I remember that because I can't remember the whole thing. And this was kind of pre-internet, so there's not like an old Facebook event for Chuck.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And so AI has no idea who the fuck Chuck is. I did it the other day. For the last
Ask
episode.
in the St. Louis subreddit.
Yeah, I should post in there.
Yeah.
I can't do that live on the show. That would take up a lot of time.
Right, but yeah, do that.
Yeah. Because, but that's also the thing that like the people that would really know, the people that would have been the audience for that party that at that time, would they be on Reddit? You know what I mean? We lose some of these things in the gaps.
I'm on Reddit.
For our, well, right. But you don't know what I'm talking about.
No, but I never went that way on Kings Highway.
Yeah, you're always coming the other way. That's a great point. I never thought about it like that. And last time I did an episode with Clay, it was probably 2 weeks ago now. And we were talking about there was a guy who used to sell like colon cleanse supplements on TV. But AI could not figure out who I was talking about. It identified like 15 people that did a very similar scam to this guy. But I eventually found out this guy's name was Clee Irwin. I got to show you his picture. Because now he doesn't look quite as weird, but he kind of looked like John Waters.
Was it a late night commercial?
It was like an infomercial. I guess I would have seen it real late at night. And so now he doesn't look quite...
It was right after you got startled awake by the hey ya 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 ya.
What is that from? I recognize it, but why would that be on the TV?
It was those compilation CD commercials.
Was it
that were like 95,000 times louder than whatever you were watching?
Oh yeah,
so
you know
fall
what?
Asleep with the caption doesn't come on. And
Do you want to talk about?
Jesus Christ!
That's another thing that really bothered Elaine. She would scream.
Oh
at
my
me.
God, that made her so
It
mad.
made her so angry. There ought to be a law. I'm watching Judge Judy at
And
one
she would go,
volume.
there is a law. There's no one to enforce it. That would make her so mad.
But this guy, he does like stuff about like, do we live in a simulation on YouTube now? So that's mostly what you're going to find. But before, he had his own YouTube channel that's now saturating his search results when you search his name. He used to be on TV selling colon cleanse supplements.
Oh, did you know that clavicular?
Clavicular, yes.
What was it?
Clavicle.
Clavicular got deplatformed after he OD'd.
Just recently?
Yeah.
What did he OD on?
On his live.
Oh, I did hear this. Yes.
Was this like on your way here?
No, it's been like 2 days ago.
Don't you scream at me.
It's been days ago.
Don't you scream at me. Clavicular, hospitalized after suspected overdose in Miami. His real name's Braden Eric Peters. I'd go by Clavicular too. Suspected drug overdose while live streaming.
I was listening to a podcast the other day and somebody was making fun of people named Grayson, and it hurt my feelings because I was like, I get it. I get not liking that whole trend.
But now people's names are so dumb.
But my son Grayson was at the beginning of that Grayson trend, and he literally is the son of the family Gray.
Right.
Mm-hmm, right. It's a family name. And it's cool. It was cool then when we picked it.
But there wasn't
when we picked it, I was involved.
And there was not
they had to
million.
run it by me.
Right.
I was just the way I said when we picked it, like I had to contribute.
Well, as soon as you pick a name, everybody has. Like you're right. Like, you know, yours has meaning. You were one of the first, but then it just seems like everybody then.
Yeah, it's not like he's fucking named Aiden, Caden, Hayden.
Right, Briley,
Brayden.
Riley, Kylie,
Cindy just
Leslie.
texted me, I'm going to sleep. Chris will let you in. The guest room is all ready for you.
Oh yeah, it is getting late. Let's end on this breaking news, I guess. That
It's not breaking news though.
this breaking news, hot off the presses from the 15th.
See, you should do this because
This is 9 days ago.
You're not.
What
I am
happened?
the most terminally online person that you probably know.
Besides him.
And you didn't know about this until now? You're just now telling me that Clav OD'd 9 days ago?
I mean, I knew it 9 days ago.
Why didn't you tell me, Christine?
We don't talk like that.
You need to start talking to me like that.
Okay. Well, you need to start calling me by my real fucking name.
Well, I know. I do that to a friend of mine.
When
Look at
Kate
him. Look at
decided
him.
that she didn't want to be called Katie anymore, if I called her Katie, she would call me Chrissy. And
Really?
and you broke me real quick. Because I go, hey, Katie. And you go, what, Chrissy? And I was like, damn it.
I wonder what he was on.
It's funny because people ask me when I switched, and I was like, I don't really remember it being a thing.
You're grade school.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Now I have to correct myself.
Oh. Well, this just in. 9 days ago.
He did it on a live, and then the guy who was with him was like offering him more shit while he was overdosing.
Yeah, he said, do you want an Addy? While he was on the stream, while he's ODing, they're like, oh shit, he's fucked up. Do you want an Addy, bro? Because that will bring you back. An Addy would bring you right back.
So, I don't know. I don't know about the young
Especially if it's one of the chalky ones. Ooh, girl. I was telling Kate earlier, Kate doesn't know the joy. We were talking about our late idol, Chris Cornell. And
how he OD'd.
when he committed suicide,
he died by suicide.
Right.
But why did I think you were talking about Chris Parnell?
Because I said it weird.
So
I also laughed.
Saturday Night Live, and I was like, "Oh no!"
No, but he was like on like barbiturates, like Xanax or something, and that people will black out and like commit suicide or die by suicide. I should say. Is that what you're saying? Is the preferred nomenclature, dude?
It is.
I need to know these things.
Die by suicide.
Yeah, if I don't know, who knows? Nobody knows. Can I tell you nobody knows anything? I fucked up recently and I got into miserable teacher TikTok where it's all teachers talking about how hard teaching is now, which I've already come to terms with. Like I've over the hill, but now it's in my algorithm.
The teachers on Reddit.
That's what I'm talking about.
They're mad. Pissed,
If they're really
they
engaged
hate
in their work,
everything.
they wouldn't have energy to participate online like that. Like you don't hear from the ones that are really engaged in what they're doing because they're busy and they're not on Reddit. You're on Reddit because you chose like a career path that you don't want to be stuck with. And so you're like task averted.
I'm not a teacher.
You know what I mean? No, not you.
It just comes up on mine.
I'm saying the person, the miserable teacher, especially in their first 7 years.
Yeah, it's just like any reviews, right? It's like people are much more inclined to leave a bad review.
Right, you're not
than a
hearing from
good
the ones that
review.
really love
like
it.
They're like, oh, I had a good experience. I'm not gonna. But it was fine.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna leave a review. I was pissed. I'm gonna go leave a review. It's like that.
And the ones that really love it, really do well, really don't like talking to adults.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, adults are hard.
Like parents?
Well, it's not usually from the parents because the parents in the schools I usually teach in are not necessarily my peers in the rest of my life very often because it's so far away. So.
Well, as someone whose kids have had like IEPs and
right.
and I've had to do all those. I hate those meetings because I feel like I'm supposed to participate more, and I just go, okay, if that's what you recommend,
right? Because you're the professional,
right?
Right.
Well, I'm not gonna fight with you. I don't know.
Because anything you would contribute, you would feel like would be informed by something you read online or something, so you'd feel stupid bringing it up.
Yeah, Carrie's is doing great. She's gonna graduate in December.
Yeah.
She's gonna next year. She's gonna
But
graduate.
they do need your consent for that process and whatnot.
Right,
and
but I'm like, can you?
When it's working, it feels stupid to meet about it.
Right,
Yeah.
that's how I feel. I'm just like, it's fine.
But they have to keep those meetings on the books because otherwise you won't know it's not working. So I get both sides of it. I've actually got to graduate a kid out of SSD before. I had a student, did I tell you this already? That had an IEP because she had she was behind in reading, but it's really just because she didn't get to go to school during third grade because they were fleeing the civil war in Bosnia, and so they lived in Germany for a year and just didn't enroll in school that whole time. So she actually was able to get into public school here finally a year later, and then by the time I met her, like 4 years after that, she caught completely up and like graduated out of her IEP.
Well, yeah, but
we had to keep looking it up because none of us had ever participated in that. We didn't know that was possible. You know what I mean?
Oh, they moved Gray and are moving Karis from an IEP to a 504 for their senior year ongoing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's common too.
Because they don't need the
scaffolds
by the time they got that, they didn't use any of their energy.
Right.
Except Carrie uses the late work one. That
that's nice. The extra time thing.
Because she's an asshole.
I always, you know what though, the first year where I had kids with IEPs that required extra time, I just applied that same extra time to everybody and built an activity in for kids that finished early to do because way more kids than had IEPs needed that extra time anyway. And the extra time was not bumming me out. Sometimes we were on like a 90-minute block schedule where I'd have the same kids for 90 minutes. And that's, you got to have like things ready to go to feed them.
What were you teaching?
English, at the high school English at the time.
Okay.
My brand of ADHD is different than theirs for testing and stuff. I did not need extra time. I was done with that motherfucker in 10 minutes.
No, wrap it up.
Let's
send
go.
this straight to Sony. Is what I told
I'm
them.
done.
But it is sad how hard it is to get an IEP.
Sure, and then it's
no, Gray, they just were straight up like, sorry, he's stupid, basically. And the teacher, we're not doing any services for him. And the teacher was like, I know this isn't accurate, not true. And so I had to, pay and have it done outside.
The testing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, which is expensive. I did it for myself as an adult. And then...
and I accepted. I had the therapist he had at the time, knew, who she referred us to had worked for the school district, so she knew how to write it.
Yeah.
In a way that they would have to accept it. But they were like, he just can't read, I don't know what to tell you. And he could. He just needed a little extra time, and he's clearly super smart.
Yeah.
And there's just a barrier with it.
No, and the literacy thing is crazy, because I was talking about this for probably an hour and a half this morning with a colleague, that, and I feel like it's relevant to this issue, that the iPhone came out when I was a senior in high school, and so it wasn't really even until I was on my way through college that it was common for teenagers to all have them. And so I completely learned how to read before I ever even had a smartphone. I had a touchscreen phone that wasn't smart yet. Because I remember I didn't get a data plan until I was 21, I think, to check the weather on my Samsung at the time. So that totally would affect your literacy differently, especially we talk about, especially...
It does, because people read on screens different. If you track people's eye movements, how
it totally stimulates your brain differently.
Screens,
yeah,
it's completely different. On a screen, it skips around more instead of being linear. Right?
And now they're not even trying to do that.
No, and that's why I hate. When I was in grad school, I would print all of my research articles I had to read and highlight them, because I'm like, I can't. If I read this on a screen, I don't retain any of it. It's gone.
The only reason I would pull it up on a screen is to copy and paste something out of it. If I had to quote something, maybe.
I would print all of them. I mean, I have so many, and I was
But especially in college, if I really wanted to sit down and read something, I didn't trust it being on my computer. Because, I wanted to actually, circle
that's
stuff.
So interesting, though, with kids, though. Are they testing kids to see how they learn?
No, I think they're just not.
Not unless they're
the kids
noticeably
right,
behind and someone's drawing attention to it. I mean,
I think if you listen to, and I haven't, that podcast, what's it? The Story Remains the Same. The Story Remains the Same. One. It's about how they switched from phonics to sight words.
Yeah.
And how badly it's hurt literacy.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Oh, sure. Because phonics is what the foundation of my literacy would have been still built on. And then
that's how we learned to read.
Yeah. And then they transitioned.
No, that's a commercial I remember.
By the time I was an adult, they were transitioning to sight words, which is I don't think a good idea, because, I could tell you what a word might mean just by looking at the phonemes that it's made out of, the sounds and syllables and different pieces it's made out of. I can tell you if it's related to another word, or if I can tell that it's a noun or an adjective because of how it ends or something.
Like ly or...
Yeah, if it's, if the word is adjustment, I can, there's a Latin root up front. That's why there's a J in there. I forget the thing on that one exactly. But then it's an adjustment, so it's it's the noun form probably, because that end piece is similar to... But if I just learn sight words, I see the word adjustment. I've never been told to look for the word adjustment. I don't know what that word is.
Yeah.
As opposed to I could, sound it out. I mean, and understand the value of the individual pieces.
And it's just going to get worse with AI.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not even trying to... most people will talk the text into their phone, send it to the AI, and then they'll hit the microphone on the AI and it'll speak it back to them, usually in an abbreviated form. I mean, so it's not just that they're, instead of typing into Google on their computer, they're typing into ChatGPT. It's that they're actually not even on a computer. They're not even typing. They're not even typing on the touchscreen anymore with their thumbs. My generation, we got made fun of because of the thumbs. This friend of mine in high school had a T-Mobile Sidekick thumb action for days. It had a full key. It was like the
I had one. The one you could slide out.
It slid out. It looked like the thing you would keep your Digimon in or something. Mofo. Yeah, that was really sweet. And so we were totally like thumbed up. Now they don't even want to. They don't even try to type. They speak everything into it, and then it reads it back to them.
And like because I train new hires.
That's the clip I want to pull to end with. Actually, go ahead.
And the funny thing is I will get like older like women and then younger people. And you would assume that the younger people would be able to use like Teams and like all the programming better. And like when someone's struggling with the technology of it, they'll be like, no.
The United States
is no. Not always. Like sometimes it happens, but sometimes no. The younger people, they don't work. They don't do shit on computers. It's all
just on their phone or their iPad
or a tablet. Yeah. So they don't know how to work a computer either.
They don't take typing anymore. Like I took years of typing.
Yeah,
like I took a semester.
Like and there was a point in college where I realized I didn't really want to work as hard as I was being trained to work. And I was like, I really just want to be a secretary. I just want my Diet Coke and my AC and let me type your shit for you. Let me answer your phone. I'm really good on the phone. I did this today. I was reflecting. I was driving down 170 because I had to go pick up the baby in the suburbs. And I called my mom to check in with her. She didn't answer. And so I immediately call my stepdad to check in with him because they're probably going to meet up. So if she's still at work or if she's in Aldi or something, he'll know what's going on. I started to get this anxiety that what if she tries to call me and then I'm on the phone with him because I've merged them before, and he does not like that.
Okay.
It confuses him. He's like, what? A three-way? I don't want to be on a three-way. And call me back. Talk to each other and call me back. Donnie, it's just, come on. We're just checking in to make sure you guys are, like, what happened? What's going on? Can you wait a second? And I was reflecting today about that, and it made me think of the thing you were saying, which was...
You wanted to be a secretary.
I used to be really good on the phone because I used to have to call like 15 people on a Saturday morning and say, hey, your hair appointment is coming up.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to call people at Guitar Center. If we were slow, you were expected to be doing what they called clienteling, which is anyone that's ever bought anything from you, call them and see if they need anything else. And they would filter them in a specific way or whatever. There was a certain schedule you were supposed to keep with it. But I'm plowing through those. I'm hoping I get your voicemail. I have a perfect voicemail prepared. I'm leaving that. If you pick up, I have to navigate your responses.
Panic.
It's much harder. There was a brief period where you could just call someone's voice box directly. Like there was something you could hit or something where you could voice box, their voicemail box, that you could just say, I don't want their phone to ring. I just want to call like almost like you were just calling their answering machine, like back when we had those.
I have a thing about when I worked at Blockbuster, and we would have to do the late calls, make your new movie, and I hated it.
Yeah.
I hate talking on the phone.
Well, and if people pick up, it's a nightmare because you don't know how you're going to catch people.
And
it's never good.
But you would have to put in the computer, like
what you did. That's like clienteling. You had to
last
label
message
it
on the scene,
yeah.
But it was just like LM,
yeah.
And but some people were so dumb, they would just do like last message on my scene for each one. And so if you looked at the times, it was like
impossible.
1 second after the other. And I'm like, you're so stupid. You gotta wait.
You gotta wait long enough.
60 seconds
right
between these, or you're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
And one time at Family Video, I went to work at the Arnold store that had porn. They had a back room. And I had to call someone, and Family Video was intense about their late movies. Like, they would make the manager go to people's houses.
They really needed those copies.
They would have them go to their house and knock on their door.
Your collections.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I
John
wasn't
Wick.
a manager there. But they were, but I had called, and he had like, it was like this scene in Clerks when he's ordering the movies and the kids there, and he's like, "Happy Poppy Elves, 5 ass slut whores." You know, like, fuck my ass hot. Like, he just has that whole... Because I was like, yeah, so your copy of...
Women of Walmart.
And...
Naked Golf.
Sluts That Suck Dick.
Yeah.
And... What was
Suck my ass for basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Now you get it.
If you toss my salad, I'll put your kid on my basketball team. And what was the fucking Mel Gibson Jesus movie?
Passion of the Christ. We're
And
getting a
Passion
sequel.
of the Christ.
We're getting a
And
sequel.
Passion of the Christ.
Nuh-uh.
And Passion of the Christ are late. I'm not kidding you.
Passion of the Christ
That
is
is
late.
100%
Also,
a true
all of the
story. He had,
porn
like,
is
5
late.
pornos in Passion of the Christ.
But also, why did
And then
I
his mom
instantly think
answered.
of current day, like, that checks out for somebody who would rent the Passion of the
Right.
Christ.
No shit. But his mom answered, and I was like, he haven't said somebody movie.
I just, you know what that collection says to me is that he just likes his cinema to be extreme.
Extreme.
In whatever way. Whether it's
Extremes.
the
He was
whether
really
it's
into
the
X
scourge
Games.
of
He was really into X Games.
the
All of his
blessed
shirts
Lamb
said
of
"No
God."
fear."
Or whether it's you know, here she
Jake
is.
didn't even get the no fear joke.
So there's an article that came out that said Gen Z are getting fired left and right? Look, I don't know.
Watch the entire post. I know it's a quick little snippet, but go watch the whole post because that's the whole point of what I'm saying. But I thought I might need a little bit more than 1 minute to get it out. Amen. But I have.
Oh, I want that original post.
So there's an article that came out that said Gen Z are getting fired left and right.
Oh, here we go.
So there's an article that came out that said Gen Z are getting fired left and right? Look, I don't know why this is a surprise. Didn't they come up with the same article last year? I won't be a manager again because of it. Like, let me tell you, one of the items that were listed in the multiple reasons why Gen Z are getting fired left or right is because they don't take initiative. And the response is, well, you don't pay me extra to take initiative. That's not what initiative means. I.e., here's the problem. Hey, Emma, here's a task that I would like to be completed by the end of the day. Here you go. You went through the interview process. You've worked here for about 3 weeks. I know that it is something new, but I believe that you know how to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. Cool. Here comes 4 o'clock. I haven't gotten it back. No indication anything's done. Let me go ahead and talk to Emma. Hey, Emma, that assignment, did you finish that? You know, we're about to end for the day. No, I couldn't finish it because I didn't know how to do it. What do you mean?
You guys notice that at all?
Oh, that's my entire job.
Yeah. Right?
My entire job is like, we try to teach people how to do this thing, but we don't really know how to do it. So you teach people how to do this thing and figure out how to do it.
How about you, Jake? Do you see that?
Yeah, it's a lot of that. And it's actually worse with adults than it is with kids. Because kids just have more of a knack for the technology of the time. Because it's, you know, it's not as foreign to them.
But no, I mean, what I'm saying though is my job is like, here's this system. We tried to roll it out to have all these other people use it. The rollout didn't go well because our training didn't work. You created training to make it work. And then and then they show me for an hour and a half how to do it, and I don't feel like they know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then they're like, here's this 162-page manual. You got it.
Yeah. And then, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It is getting late.
Yeah.
We're running out of steam. It's too dangerous for me to let you guys out in this neighborhood after midnight. We almost did 2 hours. We're going to be fine. Hour 45. Guys, Caddyshack.
I don't feel like it was gold, but...
No. Are you kidding? People only watch the clips. The clips are never more than 60 seconds long.
Well, don't put on Mrs. Garrett.
No, I'll
No, that was good.
I'll bleep all the nuns to be respectful. Caddyshack, jacobv.com, Save a Life for 9. I love you.
I talked all the way up the street.
I That's way right there. Do you have a trash can?
Yeah, I got one right here. Absolutely.
I can get it. Nope, it's over.
Oh.